so hello everyone, good morning and welcome to today's class. So today we're gonna be working on a spine extension. And we're gonna try to find equal extension on our spine today. So on Tuesday we were working on flexion and we were thinking about the head and the pelvis as two poles, okay? That when you take the two poles towards each other, we were getting an equal flexion of the spine, okay? So today we're gonna think differently, because if you take the two poles, the head towards the back here, we'll be hyperextending the neck, and same with the pelvis, okay? So the way to find the equal flexion, equal extension, is to do it from the mid-back, okay? So I demonstrate with this like the other day. So we were looking the other day, flexion, the two poles were coming towards each other to find equal flexion, okay? So today we're gonna think about from the mid-back, if you press, then the two poles move. So if you initiate the movement from the mid-back, the two poles come to the journey at the same time, okay? So you don't have to move the poles, you just need to initiate the movement from the mid-back this time, okay? So we're gonna be trying this in different positions during the class, sitting, lying, standing, okay? So we experience, we observe what happened, but what we want to do is try to find our own equal extension of the spine, okay? We will be having different, I'm not looking about a big extension, okay? I'm just looking about equality on the extension, okay? So when you're ready, we're gonna start sitting today. So just find a really comfortable position here, okay? So you can have your legs crossed if that's comfortable for you. You can sit on top of a block or a cushion at the moment. Okay, and find a position, comfortable position for your legs. Maybe here, stand it, okay? Just feel comfortable. If you need to sit on a chair in the beginning, that's fine as well, okay? Okay, so we're gonna look now at finding this extension. So imagine we're gonna get the back of the head in alignment with the back of the ribs and back of the pelvis, okay? We're gonna have a straight line there. And then we're gonna place our thumb on the back of, on the mid-back, just on the mid-back, okay? And then with the thumb, you're gonna start pressing the mid-back, and your head and your pelvis move as you press, and then you release, okay? So you press the mid-back, and the two poles move as a reaction. So let's press with the thumb on the mid-back, and let move. You can change the hands if you find it hard. Okay, so just pressing on your mid-back to find this equal extension. Okay, do it one more time. Lovely. And now, having this in mind, okay, we're gonna extend the arms, and we're gonna imagine that we are pressing with the thumb, and as we press, we are gonna open our arms. And your eye line comes higher as a reaction as well, okay? So press on the mid-back and extend your spine, okay? And release. So press on the mid-back. That's it. Okay, so don't overextend your neck, okay? It's just a little bit. We don't want overextended neck here, okay? We don't want to do that. We want to find the equal extension, okay? Good. Let's do it one more time, okay? So just for you to get used to this movement. Good. And now another way of thinking about doing it is maybe if you place your fingers on your sternum, okay, this way, and then you press your sternum against your fingers. Okay, forwards and upwards. Okay, so press forwards and upwards. Okay, and the two poles move as a reaction. This is another way to think about it. Okay, you may use the one of the thumb or this one with the sternum if you feel it better. Okay, that's it. Let's do it 2 more times. Pressing forward with the sternum on your fingertips. And 1 more time. Okay. And now we're going to extend the arms again. Good. Shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to imagine you are pressing these fingertips with your sternum as you take your arms up. And see how far up you can take them. And then release. Remember, don't overextend, don't overuse your neck. Press forwards. Eye line climbs up as a reaction and release. Pressing forward, sternum, arms come up and release. Good. And again. And release. Lovely. And we're going to do it 1 more time. So press forwards. Okay, lovely. So another thing I want you to think about is about the ribs, the upper ribs connected to the throat as you take up, and the lower ribs connecting to the pelvis. Okay, so think about this connection as you push forwards, upper ribs connecting to the throat, lower ribs connecting to the pelvis. Okay, let's do it 1 more time. So we feel this connection, and then we release. Okay, lovely, well done. Release here. We're gonna find a mermaid position for the legs. So if this is comfortable for you, okay, your right leg is gonna be bending forwards, your left leg bending backwards, or find a different position. If that doesn't work for you, you're gonna stay with the legs crossed, okay? Good, arms by the sides. Good, we're gonna start taking your left arm up and over. And then your right arm up and then over. Okay, let's do it a few times. Going from side to side, bending over. That's good. Okay, next time we're gonna stay here and we're gonna rotate and place both hands here on the floor. Okay. Good, so find the alignment here, the same line, back of the head, in alignment with back of the ribs and pelvis. And then we're gonna press forward, so you can take the sternum forwards and your two balls move as a reaction and then release. Okay, forwards and then release. So finding this extension in this position. And release, and 1 more time. Okay, now we're gonna extend the leg. We're gonna find the extension, and then we're gonna bend the elbows and lift the leg up. And then you push it. Okay? So find extension, bend, and push it. Find the extension, you keep the extension there, and push it. And down, and up, lovely. And 1 more time. Down, and up. Fantastic. And then release, and wind. Good. And take it back. Good. And we swap the position of the legs. Good. Okay. So this time your right arm, when you're ready, your right arm comes up and you bend over. And then you bend to the other side. That's it. Over and over. Lovely. That's good. 1 more time on each side. And now we're gonna stay on this side and rotate. Okay. So from here, find the line, okay? Back of the head, back of the ribs, of your thumb here and the pelvis, and then press with this thumb forwards, finding your extension, and then release. And press forwards, finding extension, and release. Good. Press and release. Good. One more time. And release. Extend your leg. Good. Find your extension, press forward, keeping the extension, bend the elbows, lift the leg, and push up. And down, and up. Lovely. And down, and up, and one more time. Down, and up. Lovely. And wind, bend the leg, wind. Good. And take the arm back. Okay, fantastic. Well done, everyone. So we're going to lie on our backs now. So make your way down to the back. And we're going to extend our legs. Good. So we're going to start with the arms up, pointing, fingers pointing to the ceiling. Okay. So from here, take the sternum up, okay, towards the ceiling and open your arms, finding your extension there. And then take your arms back. Okay. So push with the sternum forwards and then release. Open the arms, pushing with the sternum and then release. Okay. So your head and your pelvis move as a reaction of this pushing forwards with the sternum. Good. One more time. Okay. And now we're gonna do the same going backwards. Okay. So start to take your arms back, pushing forwards with the sternum. Okay. And take your arms back, and then you take your arms back. And think about this connection of your upper ribs connected to the throat, lower ribs down to the pelvis. Okay. And 3 more times. Find your extension there. Make sure the movement comes from your mid back. Okay, one more time, plus 1. Lovely. And then release your arms down and bend your legs. Keep your feet below the knees. Okay, we're gonna find our bridge position. So on the out breath, we're gonna tilt the pelvis and we're gonna roll up, roll the spine up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Okay. Good. So keeping the arms down, we're gonna do again this movement, this moving from the mid back and pressing with the arms at the same time and finding a little bit of extension. So make sure your chin is not close to the neck when you are here, okay? And then press up. But your pelvis don't move, okay? Your pelvis stay in the same position. So it's your mid back initiating the movement. Okay, now release for a moment. Take your arms up so your fingers are pointing the ceiling. And now we're gonna push forwards with a sternum as you open your arms to the sides. And then take it. Okay, and again, carry on. So check your pelvis, make sure your pelvis stays in the same place. Good, and let's do it one more time. Press them with the feet. That's lovely. And then from here, release your spine down, release your arms down. Good, and we're gonna roll up one more time. So when you're ready, we're gonna roll up, finding your bridge. Okay, so think here again about the back of the ribs in alignment. So your thumb in alignment with the pelvis here. Okay, Okay, and this time with your right leg, we're gonna extend the leg. Okay, so you extend it and you press up with your thoracic spine, finding your extension there. Hold it there as you kick your leg up and down, up and down, up, down, and one more time, up and down. Lovely. Release, breathe in and breathe out as you roll your spine down. Okay, and we're gonna do the other side. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, roll your spine up. So at the moment, your ribs and your pelvis are in the same line. And now you're gonna extend your left leg and you're gonna press up with your thoracic spine, finding your extension there. Holding the position, kick your leg up and down, up and down, up, down, and one more time, up and down. Lovely. Release and roll your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, lovely. Hug your right knee on the chest. Stretch your left leg. Take a little breath here. Maybe circle your ankle. You have knee issues, grab the back of the thighs here and then reverse the way. And now we are gonna switch legs, So as you hold the stretch, circle your ankle in one direction. And then reverse the way of the same. Okay, lovely. And extend the legs. So we're gonna do a roll up like as a counter exercise. So take your arms over the head. We're gonna take the arms up to the ceiling, breathe in, and breathe out, head off the floor, and curl up. Just see how far you can go. Maybe just here. Okay, if you can go farther than here, just stay there. Then you take your arms up, breathe in, and breathe out to lower. Okay, so breathe in, arms to ceiling, breathe out. Some of you might be able to roll up higher, okay? Keeping your legs down only as far as you can keep your legs down and forward bends. Breathe in and breathe out as you roll all the way down to the floor, arms up and over the head, okay? On your own pace, only go as far as you can go comfortably, keeping your legs on the floor. That's it. Lovely. And we're gonna do it one more time. Last one. Okay, and then everyone make your way up to sitting. Okay, great. So from this position, we're gonna have our hands here by fingers pointing to the sides. Okay. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. Have a look. Maybe have a look first. So we're gonna have our feet flexed here. Then we're gonna press with the hands, lifting the pelvis, and as you point your toes, you're gonna lift your pelvis, and then you're gonna press forwards with the sternum, finding your extension. And then we're gonna to release. You can release just halfway down or all the way down, flex the feet, and then you do the same again. You point, and then you find your flexion. Okay, and then you release. Okay, so let's do it 3 or 4 times. You can go all the way down to the floor if you need to. So as you point your toes, you lift your pelvis, and then you find your equal flexion, extension, and then you release and lower. Maybe last one. Equal extension, release, and lower. Well done, and then release. Fantastic. Again, so we're gonna place our hands here on the shoulders to do a spine twist. So it's okay to keep your legs slightly bent here if you need to, in order to keep your spine taller, or you can sit on top of a cushion or block. Okay? Yeah, so we're gonna twist towards one side. Maybe it's a twist to the side you can see me. Okay, good. And from here, we're gonna push forwards with our sternum, okay? Push forwards, finding your extension, and then release. And again, push forwards, finding your extension, and release. Let's stay there. Push forwards, and release. And one more time. Push, and release. And now we're gonna twist a little bit further. Twist further. Good. And then we release back to center, and we do a forward bend before we go to the other side. Okay? The forward bend, and then back, hands back on your shoulders, twist to the other side. We're gonna stay there, okay? Just pushing forwards with the sternum, finding your extension, and then release. And again, push forwards, and release. From the mid back, push forwards, and release. And again, push forwards, and release. We're gonna twist further, center, and forward bend. Stay there. Take a few deep breaths there. Your hands are gonna be where you can place them. Don't move too much on the thighs, so on the shin bones, on the floor, on the ankles, on the feet. Okay. Take a few deep breaths, and then release. Good. We're gonna find our all fours position now. Okay. So maybe a bandana here to stay on the sides. Okay. And the rest of us, we're gonna be on our all fours. Okay, so wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Good. So we're gonna find our extension here, that from the mid back. So with this exercise, is very, you can be using your pelvis more than your mid back, okay? Because that's what we are used to do here, okay? So see if you can initiate the movement from your mid back, and then release, okay? So I'm not getting a big extension here, just a little bit if you really do it with your mid back. So focus on pushing this imaginary thumb is pushing your mid back forwards, your sternum forwards, and the two paws move that reaction. Okay, let's do one more time here. And then sit on your heels for a moment. Okay, we're gonna go back to the all fours position. And this time, we're going to extend the leg, extend one leg, okay? And you might find a little bit, maybe separate your hands a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. And see if you can find it a little bit easier now to initiate the movement from the mid back. And then release, okay? Initiating from the mid back and release, good. Mid back and release. And you can even try to leave your leg a little bit higher as you do this movement. And maybe you find it also a bit easier to find the movement from the mid back rather than the lower back. Okay, and then release. We're gonna do the other sides. So extending the other leg and pushing the mid back forwards and then release. Push forwards and release. Push forwards and release. Think about this connection, upper ribs and lower ribs. And now lift your leg up if you want to try that. And find your flexion. Release. And one more time. And release. Lovely. We're going to sit on our heels for a moment. Take a little break. Okay, so now we're gonna lie down on our front, okay? So make your way to your front. Okay, so hands are gonna be below the shoulders. Try to keep your legs together. And we are gonna try to hover the feet, the legs off the floor. Okay, so your front thighs are gonna be in contact with the floor. Okay, front thighs heavy, just the feet hover. So this stops you from overusing your lower back. Okay, so when you're here, leave your head slightly. So you are in the same line here with your head, your ribs, and your pelvis. And then you're going to start to press down with your hands. As you press your sternum forwards, finding your extension here, and then you release down. Okay? So press down and release. Press with your sternum, mid back. Press with your hands and release down. Make sure you don't hyperextend your neck and release down. Good. A few more times here. One more time. And then release down. Make a pillow with your hands. Keep your hands in the same position. Just lower your legs. Good. And then from here, bandana, you stay on the floor. Okay. Don't do this one because we're going to go into the knees. So you're going to press up, the rest of you. Press up and find an equal length, equal position here on the back of the head, back of the ribs, and back of the pelvis. Okay? And then from here, push forwards with your mid back, finding your equal extension. Bend your elbows as you go down and press back up. Bend your elbows as you go down and press back up. And again, down and up, down and up. Lovely. Find your lengthen the spine here, and then we're gonna lean backwards and lean forwards a few times, just a few times. Okay, lean backwards and lean forwards. So now your spine is long. Good. And we're gonna take our hips slightly down, keeping the same position on the back of the neck, back of the ribs, and back of the pelvis, keeping alignment. Good. And now, again, push forwards with your mid back. The two poles move as a reaction, and then bend your elbows as you go down and press back up. Lovely. Bend your elbows as you go down and press back up. And down and press back up. Hold down. One more time. Down and press back up. Lovely. Find alignment. Good. And sit back on your heels, taking the head towards the knees. And keeping this position here, head on the knees, round yourself up and sit back down. Okay, round yourself up. Just a counter exercise and sit back down. Round and sit. And one more time, round and sit back down. Okay. And then the next breath, roll yourself all the way up. Good, well done. So we're gonna lie on one side now, okay? So let's lie. This is gonna be the position. Head is gonna be, we're gonna have the head resting here on the head, actually, on the hands. And then we're gonna have our bottom leg slightly forwards and top leg in alignment with the spine, okay? Your hand can be on top of the leg. And just find your alignment here, okay? Back of the head, back of the ribs, back of the pelvis, and leg in the same line. Okay, so we are gonna kick the leg forwards, and then we are gonna find alignment, and we're gonna press with the sternum forwards as you kick the leg backwards, and your head moves the side reaction and your pelvis. Okay, good. And then you kick forwards, and then you start pressing forwards with the thoracic spine, the mid back, and finding the extension. Okay, so forwards with the leg, and find your extension. And forwards with the leg, and finding your extension here. Okay, last one. This time we go forwards. We find extension, we keep the leg back. We're gonna draw circles with the leg. Keep it back, keep this equal extension. 4, and we reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we keep the leg back. We're gonna take the foot towards the bottom, bending the leg. Okay, we're gonna do a back bicycle, and then we're gonna find the alignment, long and reach. Okay, and now everything extends. Bend the leg, long line and reach long. Okay, everything extends. Leg bends, foot, long line and reach long. Okay, and everything extends, bends, long line and reach long. Fantastic. And release. And we're gonna rest the head on the arm, take the other arm over, take a little stretch here. And we're gonna place the top hand on the back of the head. And we're gonna take the elbow down towards the floor. This is a counter exercise again, and we open up just a little bit, okay? And elbow to the floor, and open up a little bit only. And elbow to floor, and open up a little bit. Elbow to floor, open up, lovely. And one more time, and open up. Great, let's roll on our front. Make a pillow with your hands, press the forehead there. Again, this time we're gonna hover the legs, also the front of the legs, hover, shoulders away from the ears, okay? And we're gonna just kick the legs up and down. Kick, 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 kick. Keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. Kick your legs. Lovely. Last one, in 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release that. Okay, and we're gonna roll on the other side. Okay, finding the position there. So head resting on your hands. Okay, bottom leg goes forwards, top leg in alignment. Okay, hand on top of the leg. Then we're gonna kick the leg forwards. And then we're gonna find a long line and extend, kick the leg backwards, and everything moves as a reaction. And then kick forwards, find the long line, press your sternum forwards, hit and kick forwards, and backwards, finding your extension. Okay, 2 more times. And 1 more time. That's lovely. And this time we're gonna hold the leg back, finding your extension. We're gonna draw circles with the leg. 2, 3, 4, and reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna bend the leg, foot towards your the back of your leg. Then find your long line. Reach long. Good. Everything extends, bends, long line, and reach long. Okay. Extend, bend, long line, reach long. 2 more. Extend, bend, long line, extend, last one, bend, long line, and reach long, lovely. Release, head resting on your arm, both legs together. Take the arm over, stretch here. And then place your hand on the back of the head as you take your elbow towards the floor. And then you take it, you open up just a little bit. And again, down to the floor and open up. And down to the floor and open up. 2 more times. And last one. Lovely, and roll on your front again. Fantastic. Again, so we're gonna do a swimming exercise here. So your arms are gonna be in front. Forehead can be resting on top of a block or on top of the mat. Okay. So same as before, we're gonna think about hover your feet off the floor. So press down with your thighs, okay, and hover your feet, your lower legs. And this stops you from overusing, overextending your lower back. And now, as we come up, the same, to stop you from hyperextending. So it's very common with the swimming, people do this, okay? So your neck is overextending, your arms here, okay? That's the common thing that happens. So I want you to move your arm first. And this is gonna stop you from overusing your head. Okay, and then you release down. So from hyperextending your neck. So arm up, and then you come up, and you lower with the same arm. Okay, up and lower. So your arm goes up first, and then your head. And hopefully here you can find a nice equal extension of the spine. I'll make it your last one. Okay, and take a little break. Before we do the other side, maybe just rub your hips. And then when you're ready, again, hover your feet off the floor, press down with the front of your legs. Hips. Take your left arm up first, and then start to take your head up, the rest up and lower, okay? And again, press forwards with the mid back, so same concept of finding the extension from the mid back. Two more times. And one last one. And release, okay? That's intense. And rock from side to side. Take a little break. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can reach for our ankles here, okay? So if that's hard for you, you can maybe reach your trousers instead, or you can keep your hands here by the sides, okay? That's another option. So, but if you can reach for the ankles, do so. And then we're gonna see if you can hover your knees, just the knees hover up, okay? And you hold the position there, and then you start to press the mid back forwards as you lift everything as a reaction, and then release down. So press the mid back forwards, and then release. Okay, hover your knees, press the mid back forwards, and release. Good, 2 more times. Press, release, and one more time. Press, and release. Well done. And release there. Good. Take a little break. Hands below the shoulders. Breathe in, head up. Breathe out, push up. Sit on your heels. Head towards the knees. Knees towards the head. And then here your spine stretching, your lower back. Go up back. Okay. And then on the next breath, you're gonna roll up to kneeling. Okay, maybe a bandana, you can do this exercise standing. Okay, good. So when you're ready here, okay, we're gonna take hold of one wrist, okay, and we're gonna do like a double leg kick from this kneeling, high kneeling position. Okay, so we're gonna look towards one side first, and then we look towards the center, and then we press forwards here from the mid back as you extend your arms. Find your extension, release, look to the other side. And center, find your extension. Release and look to the other side. Okay, center, find your extension. Release and look to the other side. Center and extend. Okay, we're gonna swap hands. So take hold of the other wrist. And again, look towards one side. Center, pressing forward from the mid back as you extend and release. Look to the other side. Center, press forward and release. One more time on each side. Look to one side. Center, pressing from the mid back. Find an equal extension. Release. Last one. Look to one side. Center. And press. Okay, fantastic. Well done. Release. Hands on the floor. Tag the toes under. We do a downward dog here. Just stretching the spine. Hips up to the ceiling. Heels down to the floor. Take a few deep breaths here. And then start to walk your hands towards your feet. You can bend the legs if you need to. Okay, you can soften the knees here again if you need to. And we're gonna roll up, standing, roll up vertebra by vertebra. Okay, so from here, we're gonna take our arms up, and as we take them up, you start to press forwards with your front, with your sternum, as you find an equal extension here, and then we're gonna roll all the way down to the floor. All the way down, vertebra by vertebra. Then you take a deep breath in and breathe out. So roll up. Good. And then as you start to take your arms forward, you start to press forwards with your sternum. Arms up. See how far up you can take your arms, and then roll all the way down to the floor on the out breath. Deep breath in, then on the breath out, roll up. Good, and on the breath in, arms up, press forwards with your sternum, mid back, and then roll all the way down. One more time. And this time we're gonna stay there. Gonna stay down. Good, and start to swing your body from side to side. Good, and say yes with the head. And say no with the head. And on the next breath, roll all the way up to standing. Good, let's do a few shoulder rolls. Okay. Good. So we're gonna take our arms up. See if you can have your hands together, index fingers pointing the ceiling. If it's okay for you, otherwise keep your arms here separated. And then you're gonna bend over one side. Okay, so your arms can be here as well, or they can be here if that's hard for you. Okay, you can take one arm down. That's another modification, and then you come up to center, and then you go to the other side. That's lovely. And center. Separate your arms. See if you can roll up on the balls of the feet, okay? And we're gonna find our balance there. Lovely. And then release your arms down. We're gonna clasp the hands behind the back. Push forwards with the sternum. Stretch. And release. And then clasp your hands on the front. And you round your spine. So you take the two paws together, finding your equal flexion here. Stretch. And then release. Okay, let's just shake our legs, one leg, and shake the other leg. Good. And let's shake our hips. Good, good, good. Shake, 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 shake. Arms, shoulders, head. You can make a sound if you want. Anything you want to do, lovely. And we're gonna circle our arms for 1, 2, for 3, and then we reverse. 1, 2, 3. Hug yourself. Stretch. And swap arms. Okay, and that's all for today. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Well done.